Hi, this is Linda. I'm in Rosemead, California. This is January the 17th, Saturday, 2015. I went to Joann.com and looked for crochet or knitting classes, and I hit the video on the top of the web page and found a very interesting pattern for doing an arrowhead afghan with Quran. I wanted to sample it, so I had this. This is Red Heart, super soft, and it's called Icelandic. It takes an eye hook, which I'm using, and it's a steel hook. And I chained a little extra to make sure I have plenty, so I ended up with an extra pattern. Now this is the front. Here you can see the cables, arrowhead somewhat. Okay. What you do is you I chained a starting chain even though it wasn't required, so it's the back side is this little edge here is a back side of the single crochet that I chained, and then I did a single crochet, and then when I turned and started, you have the back side of the single crochet down here, because I found this material by Quran. This is by Red Heart. Super soft, and it just moves around a lot, and because it does, it was hard for me to get started, so I put a single crochet on and I'm using the back side. Then what you do is you count over, I think it was 202 stitches, something like that, but you can get on the video and see it. I counted over, made a chain up, double crochet, and a double crochet. Okay, and then go over 3 spaces and make a triple crochet. And it sort of hangs this direction rather than sitting up. It'll hang like an angle. And then go behind it to those 3 missing stitches and stitch in the very first stitch that you skipped over. A double crochet, double crochet, double crochet in those 3 empty stitches. Then you come back up, count over 3, and make your triple again. Now when you do that, your triple falls sideways and it gives you the arrowhead. Now to do the other direction, because this is all on one side, see the back is plain and the front has the arrowhead. To do the arrowhead on the other direction, you do exactly the same thing, 2 double crochets, chain up, double crochet, yarn over with your triple, or skip the first 3 stitches, and then instead of going behind it, from behind for your stitch, you go in front. And so it's a little harder to work. You have to fold it and get in, and then you do the front. When you do the front, it lays the arrowhead on the front side of the piece. So this is a double crochet that I've added, half double crochet that I've added to go in between to give some contrast to the design. So I'm going to do 2 sets of arrowheads and 4 sets of half double crochets. Now the half double crochets that I did in the back loop only in the front, and in the back of the piece I did them in the front loop only, or vice versa, so that my lines would appear only on one side as well, and my back would appear plain. And I did 4 of those, so I can start my arrowhead stitch again on the front side. So it would be in the back on the first one going across. So I essentially started where I started down here to begin with. This is really long. It's an afghan, and it was not designed to take variegated thread. It was designed to use Quran charcoal gray, and white, and it has a beautiful pattern that's set up there. And that's the end of my video on this one. You can add a few more if you want. I made mine just slightly longer. It's going to take a lot of yarn more than I thought. And I also bought this while I was at Walmart, because I bought this yarn at Walmart. Okay, and it says Learn to Crochet African Flower Motifs. And when I was on television, I recorded Crochet and Knit Now, or Crochet Now, something like that, on the television, on direct. And they had a pattern for a little different than this one actually, for doing a hat with the African flower. So I really thought that was interesting, but this particular book does the flower a little different than she does it. She uses a bobble stitch, and this one uses a plain stitch. This is mostly with shells, and hers was with bobbles in the inside, shells on the outside, and she did it in a long strip like this, and then she folded the strip together and stitched it, and then she bunched the hat at the top and then put a really interesting contrasting ribbed band that was shorter and longer because of the octagon shape on the edges. The rib stitch went up and down, and it was really cool. It was like a big old floppy hat. It was really cool. And it was Crochet Now, I believe, or Crochet and Knit Today. That's the end of my video.